But we're going to learn more about Leona now in our next section, because this is a brand new feature. So Leona, the spotlight is very much on you for this brand new feature, because I'm going to ask you some quick fire questions. So I want rapid, honest answers from you, please. Are you ready?
I think so.
Best jockey performance you've ever seen?
I actually had to look back at this one, so this can't be a quick one. I absolutely love Denman. I think he's an amazing horse. The whole Denman Colte thing was just amazing, you know, swapping around form-wise and winners. I remember when he won the Hennessy. I mean, that was unreal. He was one of those where say someone gives something a good ride, you assume to see them pushing and shoving for the whole race, and then they get up and you think, what a ride. He was kind of the opposite, wasn't he? He was too big, he over-jumped, he over-travelled. And I think all of the jockeys that won on him, like Sam Thomas, Ruby Walsh, you know, really did have to be at their kind of very best, very patient, sit quietly. First jockey that ever won on Denman was?
Ooh, good question. So it wasn't Sam Thomas then.
Current trainer that's not Sam Thomas.
Ooh,
Harry Durham.
Christian
Williams.
Christian, of course, the Welsh wizard, Christian Williams.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So it was that ride in the Hennessy when Sam won on him. He didn't get that many opportunities on him, sadly, because of course Ruby took over, but it was very good. Well done, Sam.
Well, very well done, Sam. Exactly. That's it. Lovely bits of name checks from him from his glory days, even before he was a magnificent trainer as well.
Exactly.
Right. Any superstitions?
Oh, there's loads, isn't there? You'll know a lot of these, I'm sure. You know, the whole people like wearing certain pants, certain socks, same base layer. I think the main one is standing on things, isn't it? If they have a new colour, there's a new set of colours, they stand on them on the floor. New whips they stand on, new boots. Mine only was if I bought something new, I would ride in it at home first. I mean, like the hat I would use at home or a whip I would use at home. Don't want to ride on the track in new things, just in case.
So if you see Leona just standing on her brand new Sky Sports microphone, you know why, basically now, if you see her at the races. Something that nobody would know about you.
This is a weird one, actually, because, you know, I've obviously recently publicised the skin condition that I have. Yeah. I also have another weird small thing, which is really bad for someone that has to wear an earpiece all the time. I have hypercuresis, which is like noise sensitivity. So like tapping, isn't it? You know, it is a medical condition. So like tapping, the taps dripping, you know, my dog's drinking, like these noises, they like, you know, they just seem unbelievably loud. So like when my dogs drink, I go out the room. It's really weird because I'm like, oh my God, the sound. Yeah, having an earpiece in my ear, listening to 8 people on TV doesn't bother me. It's very strange.
Having someone chewing loudly, I'm guessing, is a big no-no.
Oh yeah, that's a no. That's probably why I'm single. All these different sounds and things.
Just giving you it left, right, and centre with all of that. Then that's a good one to know.
Sorry, everyone. Anyway. I know.
Right, this next lot of questions is about your ITV teammates. So no pressure for this one. You may annoy a few of them, or you may be their best friends now. If you could have a meal out with 3 of them, who would you choose and why?
Now, I'm very lucky because I have lots of meals out with them, because it's the one thing that ITV do usually. We have a meal the night before the big Saturdays. So I bet with a lot of them already. But if I had to pick a couple, I mean, Richard Hoyles, I mean, he's amazing. You'd literally learn something from him every time you speak to him. He's so, so clever. So definitely Richard. Jason Weaver's very funny. So we'll go with Jason because he's hilarious. And probably Adele, because I get on really well with Adele. She's probably one of my favourites because we're very similar, you know, age and stuff. So yeah, Adele.
Oh, lovely. That was nicely done, nicely wrapped up. Who worst and best dressed?
Oh, you must all know who the worst dresser is without me.
Oh God, it's a given. It's a given.
It's obviously Chapman. I mean, some of the things he wears, you just think, oh, it's like combat jeans. I've never even seen them before. I didn't even know they were a thing. Definitely Chapman has to be the worst. I mean, some of his outfits are good, but a lot of them, not so much. Best, probably Cheska. I mean, she's the poshest, isn't she? She wears the nicest clothes. So probably Cheska. But I mean, Ed wears very nice suits as well, some of which I think are his own design, etc. So probably them 2, and they're the main 2. So perhaps they should be the fanciest anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No excuses for them, at least, if they're not dressed all that well. If you had to follow a tip from one of them, who would it be?
Ooh. Oh, I tell you who's very good, Rishi. Rishi's very, very good underdog. You know, he'll give you something at 16s or whatever, a bit like I try to, but I'm not, don't know whether I'm as good as Rishi. And you forget about it, and then it'll flash up on the screen later that he's put up a 16-1 winner, and you're like, Rishi.
Rishi for that one. And if you were on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, who would be the first person you call and who would be the last?
I don't want to do that. Hoyley would be the first because he's very, very clever about everything. The last. I'm going to say AP because he just knows about racing. No, just because he knows just about racing. And Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is about everything. I think if you asked AP if his general knowledge was good, I think he would say it isn't.
He'd admit it himself, like say, so unless it was a racing question that flashed up, AP, yeah, you're in the bin. This is great. Well, that was some brilliant insight. Anyway, a bit of fun just to get to know Leona more.
Sorry, everyone.
You don't get in any more trouble. Hopefully that's more plaudits for you than anything else then from the people you've given a good G up to all the same anyway.